Hi, I'm Johnny Massacre, and this is my review of The Hateful Eight by Quentin Tarantino. I saw it really late on February the 22nd, 2016, because movies come out really late in Japan. It's really annoying. I don't know why. They come out on time in Korea and China, not in Japan. The movie is incredibly boring for the first half. There is so much dialogue. If you're ADD like me, you might fall asleep. I was really close to falling asleep. They're setting up the four main characters: Daisy, the girl who's kidnapped with a big bounty on her head; John, the guy who's handcuffed to her because he wants to turn in the bounty; Warren, who's Samuel L. Jackson, who's got 3 of his own bounties, and he forms an allegiance with John to protect each other so they can both turn in their bounties; and a guy called, what's his name, Chris Mannix, who's some militiaman who comes in the cold, who says he's going to be the new sheriff of the place that they're going to turn in the bounties, so they have to help him or they can't get their bounties. And there's a blizzard that's so strong that they're forced into this little shack in the middle of nowhere. They meet a Mexican outside called Bob, who ushers them in, and there's loads of sketchy characters inside. There's a guy called Oswaldo, he's a British guy, and he speaks like this. And yes, gentlemen, the way he introduces himself, I'm Oswaldo Mowbray. It was brilliant. And then when he goes bad, he all right, mate, yeah, blah, 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 talks like that, like a Cockney. So he's got different sides to him. There's a guy called John Gage, who's, I don't know the actor's name, but he's been in Kill Bill 2. I think he dies in a horrible way, and there's other characters as well. But the movie's kind of like the chemistry of sociality. In chemistry, add elements together and they combine, or they separate, or they explode. And this movie is very much like that. You know, if you want to use that metaphor, you throw this person into the mix, and what happens? And there's a lot of shaky alliances being formed on the fly. I think the movie, I've never seen a movie save its ass as much as The Hateful Eight did, because after the boring bit, when the sex and violence starts, or the rape and violence, I should say, it gets pretty interesting. The movie gets going. It kind of extends beyond its claustrophobic boundaries, where they're all confined to this one shack with a few flashbacks and one scene and one chapter at the end, which actually details the events before what you've just seen, much in the vein of Pulp Fiction. The rape scene is one of the most shocking things I've ever seen. It's Samuel L. Jackson forcing himself into a guy's throat, and he tells this story to a guy called Smithers, who was also in the war, who was famed for killing a lot of black guys. So Samuel L. passes him his gun and encourages him to shoot him so he can kill the guy in an act of self-defense, which he duly does. I thought the gore was really good, and I thought when finally the movie starts going, the cogs start turning, and the House of Cards starts falling down with all these shady characters all revealing themselves and being responsible for their own demise. It's pretty entertaining stuff. So I guess I give the movie about 7 out of 10. You might want to watch it again at the end. You'll definitely see it in a different light after the events of the final chapter, or the final 2 chapters. So yeah, I'd be interested to hear what you think. It got mixed reviews online. Some people hated it, some people loved it. I did like the second half. The first half just bored me to tears. I do have a short attention span though, but I just felt all those characters could have been summed up in a much sharper way, a snappy way. So yeah, thanks for watching. Yes, I'm Johnny Massacre. Thanks for tuning in again. See you on the next review.